Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I bring Stabby, the stabbiest stabby that ever stabbied. And we just watched Shin literally punching his sword into the enemy. Oh yeah. Alright, so while we do that, let's head on over to Master League. So, I already went through Bronze League just doing the daily requirements for it, but let's take care of Silver League and proceed onward, see if we can't maybe make it to Master League and 150,000 points with the pure offense setup that I have. You know, it's not necessarily a smart idea to have so many attackers. You get hurt quite a... Oh! I got the wrong supporter. Wait, no I don't. No, I don't. That's the lightning fast supporter. Come on. Why'd you take so long? Yay, 9,000. Yay, 9,000. Focus here, and then firing his gun blast. I mean, Palma Fiocina. Yeah, I saw the Palma Fiocina. I was, oh, come on. Stream Elements, Richard Barbara, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoys watching some Gundam. It's the Gundam! Yeah. There we go. Beach up. You kind of landed into the boring Master League section, but hello regardless. I hate how this takes so long sometimes. Reach Gold Master League, sweet! That takes care of another requirement. And then Shin just gives up on convincing Suletta that it isn't Godfinger Blast and lets her live her happy world. Alright, we hit gold. Got ourselves a promotion. And let's see if we can't push ourselves to Platinum League. Spoiler, yes we can. Skip. Hey, it actually went by quickly this time. It's always so much nicer when it just goes fast instead of taking forever. His big brother instinct just lets her do what she wants as long as it isn't dangerous to her. Alright, Hathaway! We still have twice your power. Skip. Doing well. All right, let's take on Master Asia in the G-Quacks. It makes sense in the context of both shows, too. That Shin takes a big brotherly approach to Suletta. Or something else. Since Suletta has something in common with, raise a barrel. Numa numa yay. Numa numa yay. The line from Dragon Stadinte is Raise a prej da numa numa ye. So whenever I see raise a barrel, I always sing to myself, Raise a barrel, numa numa ye. Yes, I had to explain my own silly joke. Because I doubt anyone would get it. I can amuse myself with very, very silly things. Here we are. The march through the lower leagues continues as Gold League has been cleared out. And we enter Platinum. Both are clones, yes. I'd say spoilers, since I haven't watched Witch for Mercury, but even I know that. That's been so thoroughly spoiled. Alright. We're now in Platinum League. Let's continue the long march. Get Platinum League done, then we can move on to Diamond, and then we can move on to Master. And hopefully we'll get to where we want to be. Alright, come on, Master League. She's waiting. Wow. Okay, well, we sure got ganked by their defenders. Add to the fact that she's younger than he is, and that would trigger his big brother complex so hard. Yeah. Does she look a little bit like Mayu? I mean, she's definitely taller. Definitely don't search with safe search off. It is not good. Not that much similarity. No. Yeah, I'd safely say none. Just sharing the younger sister trait. No, but her general age and the fact that she's a clone will make Shin naturally protective of her. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, another win. Bum, bum, na, 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 no. There. Should be good, and we should win. We should win on this turn. 3 a.m. Gotta sleep. All right, good night, Flightless Bird. Thank you so much for stopping by. We just got rid of narrative Gundam like that. Nice. Boom, beautiful. Our progress continues, and we reach the next stage. We reach Diamond League. Promotion! Alright. More silvers, more diamonds. Let's take on Diamond League. We can make it through here just fine. I'm gonna focus on the ones that give more points because I think Diamond League is the one that you can beat with beating the top 4, but not the bottom 4. Although, to be fair, it is a little bit different in every stage, so we'll see. Yeah, it turns out he was a joke here, so doesn't matter. We won't have that luxury in Master League, but for now, we're happy to have it. Yeah, 30,000. That does mean we probably don't have enough because we need to get to 120. Yeah. All right. We're almost certainly not going to make it, but let's see. Or, we will make it. Want to see if we'll make it in 4 attacks, 4 matches instead of 5. Blue Destiny Unit 2 SP'd. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. It's gonna take 5. I'm actually trying to gun for 5-star Master League. I'm only like a few hundred points off from that. I just need to hit like 40,000 points. What do you mean you're trying to gun for 5-star Master League? I'm a bit confused. By 5-star, do you mean hitting 200,000 points or something else? Nice. New battle score, yeah. Alright, come on. 200,000 points. Okay, nice, nice. Wishing you the best of luck in that endeavor. $199.5. Oh, that is lame. Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt going past 150. It is just not worth my time. We have so many better things we could be doing with our lives than wasting it on that, so I will not be wasting it. We may need to replace that that Big Zam with a proper lightning fast defender, but we'll see what we can do. All right. Last one. Then we can promote. And then we can begin suffering. I lost? I can't believe I lost. I learned something about mobility, and it's what you want. And it's you want your attackers to move last. Yes, I completely agree. Okay, so, let's see how we do. Hopefully we do better than that last run there. Yeah, I lost my Hainu right off the bat. Embarrassing. We both lost our Hainus. We get a win, and that's all that matters. As long as it's over 30,000 points, it contributes to victory. So we take it and just move on, and then worry about proper defenses at some point later on. skip. Alright. We're starting off with the advantage this time. Wow. That was basically a solo by my Hainu. He got all 5 kills. Zapster video game. Yes, we are playing SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. How are you doing, buddy? You just missed the bird. He went to bed about 15 minutes ago or so. Alright, let's take on the Master League. Oh look, it's a Big Zam. It is the Big Zam. It is the biggest of Zams. And once it is mass produced... You're at work. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, we are losing this one. So I'm on YouTube, where I still can't be seen. Oh, are you seriously freaking shadow banned off of YouTube? That is disgusting. And yeah, I know, you were having trouble on my channel. Are you having trouble, appearing on my channel as well on YouTube? Alright. Let's take this one on and see how much we suffer. Will we lose again? We probably will. Big Zam probably need to replace you for a defender. Let's just skip. Oh yeah, we are losing that so hard. Wow, 5,000 points. I think it's all on my phone. I tried to go via browser my other account and I can't even see a chat box. Wow. YouTube really does not like you. I think it's because you're getting close to 1,000 subscribers and it says, oh no, then he'll be monetized and then we'll have to pay him. Quick, let's destroy him. Alright, anyway, it is not worth redoing that one, so let's just go into formation. So, rearrange with pilot. I'm gonna have you and you swap places. Okay. And then, batch formation. What are our tags? Rival and lightning fast. Match formation, filters. Rival. And leg. Fast, close. Okay. So let's get rid of you. And find ourselves a good defender. By top. Sort by rarity. Yeah, Justice Gundam. You're up. Top. Atherin. Get in the pilot. And yeah. Well, oh, you're a rival, not a lightning fast. Okay. So you don't get the 22% boost, but I'll take it for now. We'll see if Atherin doesn't help. Skip! Nope! We did even worse. We did even worse this time. Oh. Hey, Zappa, I can see you. Yeah, that was terrible. Let's see how we do against you. What the heck? All I did was switch accounts on the app. Yeah, well, that's all it took. You have now been unbanned. Oh, if only we could do a tiny bit more damage, we could get rid of that defender. And then we lose the new, and he gets higher offensive powers. Young EX, yeah. Yeah, still not enough to get the kill. At least we get rid of that guy. Yeah. Oh, and it doesn't even get rid of the defender. Oh, that is so lame. Gets rid of our new, or our unicorn. And gets rid of our Haidu. God. No, it doesn't. Yeah, but still, there's no way, there's no way he... Because he gets baited into using the map attack. If he used the EX attack, we would have won! Game! Game! Why do you insist? See? He would have gotten it. It's only because the game insists on using that map attack. Why? Why? Well, at least we got to 100,000. Let's see how we do against the final challenge here. Yeah, he's got 2 double defenders, which is such a pain. Nice. It's so-so, but whatever. Well, that kill wasn't good, but oh well. Kill? Yeah, that's gonna get the kill. Or not. But that one will. That gets the kill. Oh, and of course that gives me a damage debuff now. And then we lose our Hainu. Do my comments appear on your videos too? I left one on Witch's Wishes. Let me check. Witch's Wishes, for sure Quest and Lilith have unity. Yes, I got that one. But the heart button didn't appear on it. I could still give it a favorite, but I couldn't, but the heart icon was invisible. YouTube doesn't like you. That's all I can say. Anyway, they're gonna get all their defenses restored and we lose everything. Oh, I can't skip any further? Weird. So in the end, we got 1 kill. So embarrassing. Alright. Do we keep struggling with it or not? Huh, I wonder if it's because I'm a moderator I got flagged as spam by mistake? No idea. Yeah, anyway. So we got, 17 hours. Oh. Alright, well, I'll be focusing on that offline. Because that's lame. I'm not going to waste any more time doing that. Next, though, we have the Changemakers. I guess that's what we'll focus on. We could have touched Witch for Mercury, but we'll focus on this for now. So yeah, we got the guest battle, we got Girinzabi. Now we can focus on Jamitov Hyman, an extremist ideology. Really? We can just use anything? I guess we can do anything. Okay, well, I'll take the Marasai. And we'll put Gune Goose in it. Gune Gus. Keep calling him Gune Goose, because it's funny. Yeah, that's fine. On July 7th, UC-0085, the Banshee 30 colony of Side 1 was the site of a massive anti-Earth Federation demonstration. I think it's just Bunch 30. Let space noids rule the Earth. Yeah, that's a great way to get yourself shot down. Something to the colony, to space. Yeah, it's not large enough for me to read what they got in the background. The protest would later become known as the Bunch 30 incident, a tragedy wrought by human hands. Even beyond UC-001 or UC-0100, the Bunch 30 colony continues to drift through the void, serving as a mass coffin for the dead within. In December of UC-0083, following an armed uprising against the Earth Federation by Xeon remnants, an organization proclaiming Earth supremacy emerged. They were known as the Titans, a special unit within the Earth Federation forces that drew exclusively from the ranks of Earthborn elites. Establishing a base on the Side 7 colony dubbed Green Oasis, they oppressed space noids under the pretext of chasing down Xeon remnants. As their ideology became more extreme, so did the twisted nature of their organization. The name of its founder and supreme leader was Jamitov Hyman. He was considered a fanatical Earth supremacist. What was it that he sought to accomplish by leading these giants within the Earth Federation forces, and later even seizing control of the very heart of the Earth Federation government? And yes, by giants, he of course means Titans, because the Titans were giants. Perhaps an answer can yet be found. For the Earth Federation, responding to the colossal damage caused by the one-year war was of paramount importance. And the course chosen was the restoration of the natural environment. This would have been a reasonable decision had it been made in the old era. However, since the dawn of the universal century, most of humanity had made its home in space. In fact, 4 out of 5 people lived amongst the stars. Despite that, the Earth Federation prioritized the planet, effectively abandoning the restoration of the space habitats known as sides, and in doing so, spacenoids themselves. The ones who made that decision were Earth's inhabitants. Considering that they were the privileged class living on Earth, it seemed particularly callous. Let Spacenoid rule the Earth! The inequalities between Earth's inhabitants and Spacenoids only worsened. And in time, this discrimination gave rise to anti-Earth Federation movements. Even some who belonged to the Earth Federation Space Force were counted among their members. After all, they too lived in space. This chain of events eventually led to the anti-Earth Federation demonstration on the Bunch 30 colony of Side 1. And the Titans, answering the call to suppress the demonstration, used poison gas to take the lives of 15 million colony residents. Not one soul survived. A massacre that horrific was more than sufficient to harden the hearts of Spacenoids. New Hong Kong, a city ranked among the most scenic tourist destinations still existing on Earth. While famed for its mass driver-equipped spaceport, the city is also remembered for its hitherto unprecedented levels of wartime devastation. That was during the Grips War. What had begun as an internal conflict within the Earth Federation forces and UC-0087 developed into a power struggle that spread across the Earth sphere. UC-0087. The Psycho Gundam suddenly appeared in New Hong Kong. The gargantuan mobile armor launched an attack in the city streets, teeming with non-combatants. Its assault was indiscriminate. Pew pew pew! Destroy all enemy units. All your units destroyed or form Murasame destroyed. Okay, we're playing as the Titans. That's unexpected, but most importantly, we got a little Y-shaped, or cone-shaped map attack. So let's say we park right there, see how it goes. If we go back 2 steps, we could get an extra unit in the attack. Or not back 2 steps, back 1 step. Yeah. We'll get those 4. And plus, we can kill you. Beam cannon! Map attack, which gets 2 kills, right, because those are boss characters. Yeah, so we got Camille Bidan in the Gundam Mark II, and we got, Amuro in the Rick Diaz, not Quattro. That's right. Quattro has his Yakushiki by now, that's why. Alright. Teton Soldier in the Hyzak, that's underwhelming. But I think you can probably fight off all, yeah, you'll fight off all 3, no problem. Yeah, alright. All you can do is, you know, a decent chunk of damage, but the other guys are gonna do just fine killing it, so whatever. Yune! Yeah. Yune can get the kill. Even though he's supposedly in either the weakest or one of the weakest units we have. There you go, shooting down Amuro. You're doing a good job. Asteria, you got 3 attacks, so let's put them all to good use. Have your duel with your boyfriend for number 4. There we go. Yeah, it's just a simple 2-hit right there. Oh, he almost had it. Oh well, we'll get the kills next turn. Alright, 3 remaining units. And you can single-handedly take out 2 out of the 3. Hawk again. Alright, and now, give in to your aggressive feelings, girl. Let the hate flow through you. Strike down your boyfriend. And may this episode be done. Okay. Woot woot.
Titans.
This would not be the last atrocity committed by the Titans. The self-destruction of the Earth Federation forces base Jabro with nuclear weapons. The colony drop on the lunar city of Granada. And the colony laser attack on side 2. The Titans were on the rampage against the wrong enemy. Surely, it must have appeared that way to many. However, Paptimus Shiroko, the man who would later assassinate Gemitov and seize control of the Titans, expressed a different view. Jamitov made the EFF into the Titans in order to wipe out those who cling to Earth. By starting a war that would wreck the economy, the people of Earth would eventually starve to death. To put it another way, while Jamitov may have been a member of the Earth Federation forces, he was attempting to wage war against the Earth Federation itself. But why? The trick to solving this puzzle lies in the fact that he was a dyed-in-the-wool Earth supremacist. To consider the preservation of the natural environment, if that is indeed Jamitov's true intent, then the seemingly reckless tyranny of the Titans begins to form a more coherent picture. Yes, be careful of environmentalists. They're all secretly genocidal maniacs. Jamitov believed that in order to restore the natural environment, Earth's inhabitants had to be removed from the planet. The Space Emigration Act had lost its teeth. Therefore, he needed a crisis that left no choice in the matter. A crisis so severe that it would paralyze Earth's economy. A crisis named war. To achieve this, a trigger was required, and there could be no better trigger than the wrath of space noise, if only it was fierce enough to wipe out all of Earth's inhabitants. From the very beginning, the Titans oppressed space noids without mercy. There is no doubt that this cornered and provoked them, ultimately escalating into a conflict that engulfed the Earth sphere. Jamitov may have cleverly concealed his hidden obsession, and with unmatched cunning, deceived and exploited the Earth Federation government, inching ever closer to fulfilling his true objectives. And yet, he failed in the end. After a certain incident, his schemes collapsed, along with the Titans. To be continued in Part 4, Blex 4, A Supremacist's Perjury. Be wary of the enemy's range of attack. Yes, be careful of attack ranges. Alright. How far is it? 7 plus 3. Yeah, so we need to get to 10. But we can definitely fit stage 4 in today's episode as well. So let's go. Blex 4, A Supremacist's Perjury. Ooh. What, diamonds? Unit upgrade data. Character upgrade data. Yeah, so that was lame. However, on 4, we're gonna get Quattro and another Hyakushiki token. And definitely looking forward to that one. So let's go. No, stop that. I didn't hit menu. Changemakers, number 4, sorting preparations. 2, oh, we got a third one. I know what I did wrong. Okay. Let's, yeah, we still got the tags selected. Do we just want favorites? Sort by... And sort by combat power. There. And there's the, Man Roadie. I guess we can take it. Give it... And character, give ourselves a defender of some sort. Brand freeze? Sure, why not? Still got more than enough combat power, all thanks to the Gundam. We can get some free levels there. And free levels are always nice. Space noids were seething with anger. After the one-year war, the Earth Federation poured its vast resources into rebuilding. Am I sure that I'm doing the next one? After the 1-year war, the Earth Federation poured its vast resources into rebuilding the cities of the old era. From the perspective of Spacenoids, the restoration of Earth was nothing more than thinly veiled, self-serving arrogance. Having forgotten what space emigration on all humanity and having forgotten what forced space emigration on all humanity in the first place, Earth's inhabitants were repeating the same mistakes they had made in the past. Inevitably, the tide of resistance against the Earth Federation swelled. Anti-Earth Federation movements spread steadily among Spacenoids. Then came UC-0084, an armed organization formed around Earth Federation forces Commodore Blex IV, perhaps better known by the acronym AU. Bearing witness to those times, an AUG pilot said the following. Why can't some people see that building civilizations on the Earth also pollutes the planet? The AUG and the Titans, two organizations that both emerged from the Earth Federation forces, and yet both were diametrically opposed. Their conflict is remembered as the Grips War. On one side of the divide was Blex IV, leader of the AU. On the other, Jamitov Hyman, leader of the Titans. Curiously, despite their opposition, the core beliefs they held were notably similar. Namely, the preservation of the Earth. Blex described Earth's inhabitants as people whose souls were weighed down by gravity, and he insisted that their elimination was essential for the planet's survival. Unable to abide their continued presence on the planet, he believed that they had to be compelled to find a new home in space. When he fell victim to an untimely death, however, his ambition was left unachieved. Still, those who continued endeavor. What? Still, those who continued to endeavor in his place went on to leave a profound mark on the Earth's sphere. A closer analysis of those events requires a retrospective examination of the legacy which Blex IV left behind. Spacenoids were dissatisfied with the Earth Federation's post-war efforts. Accordingly, anti-Earth Federation movements steadily grew in fervor. Amidst this turmoil emerged Blex IV, Commodore of the Earth Federation Space Forces, Earth Federation Space Force. Through his connections with the lunar city of Granada and Anaheim Electronics, which had grown into a massive conglomerate, he built up his military capabilities. He was motivated by his concerns over the Earth Federation's Earth First policies and the increasingly radicalized Titan suppression of anti-Earth Federation movements. In the end, his deepest fears were borne out horrifically. That was the Bunch 30 incident caused by the Titans under Jamitov Hyman's command. Despite claiming the lives of some 15 million people, this atrocious massacre was initially concealed, not only from the public but also from the ranks of the Titans themselves. exposing the tyranny of the Titans, and by association the Earth Federation forces would inevitably weaken the Earth Federation grip on space. The Earth Federation took strict control over all information, and the massacre was presented as a case of total population loss caused by an epidemic disease. What was that, COVID-85? Unwilling to accept responsibility for the Titans' actions, the Earth Federation evaded the consequences through expedient measures, a choice that would become emblematic of its submission to these giants. One of the few individuals who came to know the entire course of events was none other than Blexforer. The depth of his anger and disappointment can be gleaned from the words of one of his closest associates. The Federation acts like the next zombie family. Can't you see that? For the AU leadership, this was far from a figurative remark. On the contrary, they treated the threat with the utmost seriousness. Thus, the AU grows up in armed revolt, driven by a single conviction: someone must put an end to the Titans. The conflict between the AU and the Titans is not only an internal one within the Earth Federation forces, but also a proxy war between the Earth Federation and Spacenoids. This twisted conflict spiraled outward from Side 7 in UC 0087. Dakar, situated at the westernmost edge of Africa, stood on the front lines of the destruction, desertification that had continued unabated since the old era. It was after the one-year war ended that the Earth Federation government relocated its capital to the city. Why would it choose to place its new capital in such a harsh environment where the desert itself was encroaching? Some believe it was a symbolic declaration that the mission to restore the natural environment through space emigration had not been forgotten. The internal conflict within the Earth Federation forces between the AU and the Titans that had broken out in UC 0087 continued to escalate. What began with the Bunch 30 incident was followed by the nuclear explosion at the former Earth Federation Forces headquarters in Jabro, and the indiscriminate attack on Hong Kong City. Nuclear contamination spread, particularly across South America, and indiscriminate attacks in urban areas led to many deaths, missing persons, and dramatic economic losses. Faced with these senseless atrocities, to say nothing of such a feckless government as the Earth Federation, Blexforer devised a countermeasure against those whose souls are pulled by gravity and pollute the Earth, and against the corrupt politicians enabling them. He pursued an urgent motion. In effect, he moved to seize a moment of weakness in the Parliament, forcefully asserting his platform and igniting debate. However, Blex himself was unable to stand in the Parliament. Assassination. It happened while he was sleeping at the hotel where he was staying. This sudden loss shocked the AU leadership and caused the whole mechanism to go wildly off course. AU was forced to endure a political vacuum repeatedly suffering at the hands of the Titans, yet continuing its resistance. And then, the day finally came. Before he drew his last breath, Blex had left his dying wish with a close associate who is also a leading figure in the Aeug, Lieutenant Quattro Bagina. I apologize to the members of the Assembly and the citizens of the Federation who are watching on television our sudden intrusion. For our sudden intrusion. I am Lieutenant Quattro Bagina of the Aeug. Before that name, I was known by another. Perhaps you have heard of it. I am the man who at one time went by the name Shar Aznable. Here and now, I speak to you as someone who has inherited the will of Zeon. Needless to say, not as Shar Aznable of the Principality of Zeon, but as the son of Zeon Dacom himself. Destroy all enemy units, and Camille must survive. Alright, well. You probably can't do any damage. You can't even reach anyone. Works for me. At least have a force guard. Let's take the beam rifle. Pew pew. Oh, I have Argy Mirage instead of, Wistario. No wonder I'm not getting, the second chance step. Silly me. Anyway, let's get rid of Jared and the Bjarlant, because he's a menace. Yes, get the kill. Good job. Good job. May as well shoot the Ashamar. Only a little bit of overkill, not much. Oh yeah, that's Amuro and the DJ. Okay. And that is our last unit. Let's get the kill there. Pew pew! Alright, well, that's going easy. They're all just throwing themselves at my wall and failing. Take care of you. And take care of you. With some nice overkill. Skip. Last one, last one. And goodbye, Titans. We got you pushed back. Pushed you back hard. Yeah, there is Quattro Bagina, and there's a Hyakushiki token. Woot woot. In response to the Ayug's forced occupation of the Dakar Assembly, the Titans launched an assault. The incident was broadcast not only to the Assembly, but throughout the Earth sphere. The true nature of the Titans and the corruption of the Earth Federation government were exposed to the cleansing light of the sun. I've come to realize that the Titans, through their stranglehold on the Earth Federation forces, are guilty of resorting to methods even more insidious than those of the Zabi family. The reason you people went into space was to prevent the Earth from collapsing under the weight of humanity. And then, having pushed the biosphere out into space, people fell under the delusion that they had attained the very power of humanity itself. It is unfortunate that we share a history of allowing forces like the Zabi family to run amok. We must never again allow that history to repeat itself. Why is it so hard to believe that? By venturing into space, humanity can enhance its potential. Our message is simple. Humanity must stop defiling the Earth. The Titans all have one thing in common. Their souls are weighed down by the Earth. And that's why they're trying to devour it. For too long, humanity has idled in this cradle called Earth. However, it is past time humanity left the nest to set out on its own. If we can do that, there will be no more need to fight one another, let alone pollute the Earth. Unless we return to the Earth to the care of nature, and learn to survive on our own in space, it will cease to be a blue planet. Even Dakar itself is about to be swallowed whole by the desert. That is how weary the Earth has become. Now everyone wishes to preserve this beautiful planet. And if so, one has access to cling to the Earth like a parasite out of a selfish desire. In such a dreadful time, the Titans are now launching an attack. Witness their tyranny for yourselves. They rose out of the Earth Federation forces, calling all who oppose them evil. But that itself is evil and driving humanity into ruin. I'm certain that those watching on television understand. This is how the Titans operate. It was wrong of us to seize this assembly by force, but the Titans would destroy it, even while many of its own supporters sit within. The broadcast also resounded within the ranks of the Titans, rattling those soldiers who had never questioned the nobility of their cause. Both the Titans and Earth Federation were parasites, clinging to the Earth, defiling it as they fed off it. What the late Blex have... What might the late Blex have made of this speech? From that day forward, the Earth Federation reversed course, turning its back on the Titans. Likewise, public opinion turned against them. What happened next is familiar history. Jamitoff's designs to cripple Earth's economy ended in failure. And Blex's fervent wish for humanity to complete its emigration into space also remained unfulfilled. The war began as an internal conflict within the Earth Federation forces between Blex Forer and Jamitoff Hyman. A war in which both sides, although united in the belief that humanity should not pollute the earth and belong to the same service, failed to share that common purpose and clashed. The ones who need to be destroyed are those whose souls are weighed down by earth. But letting so many people die for that is wrong. Ultimately, the cries of this pilot who fought in the Grips War echoed in vain. 6 years later, UC-0093, the Principality of Xion's famed hero of the One-Year War, the Red Comet, took the stage of history once more. The part he would play was that of Neo-Xion's leader, and his motivation was to purge the Earth Federation. To be continued in Part 5, Shar Aznable, The Wages of Sin. Well, the wages of sin are death. Alright, let us go to our upgrades screen. But yeah, we're almost done with the event. That's so nice. Alright, filter by event only, sort by rarity, sure. Yakushiki. There we are. Using that copy token, or limit break token rather. And yeah, that's where we're wrapping the episode up. However, no, I do need to go to sleep. So yeah, this is both the episode and the stream wrapping up. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye!